good morning. You're watching Market Cafe on ET Now. I'm Vinny Motiwala with me, Sheryl D'Souza as well. Sheryl, a very good morning to you. Yesterday, Indian market surely was subdued when we saw at the close. What happened in the US markets? Should we expect some bit of an excitement today on the D Street?
At least that's how it's looking like. That's what the US markets are indicating. A very good morning to you, Vinny, and also to all of our viewers. If you look at the US markets, a good handover actually coming in from the US markets in overnight trading session, particularly NASDAQ as well as S&P 500. Both of them rallied to a record high close. Also, this was fueled by gains in Nvidia as well as the other Wall Street heavyweights, and this ahead of the inflation data. I remember quarterly earnings reports as well. They are due this week in the United States as well. So we're not the only one who are kickstarting with the earnings season. Remember, for NASDAQ is the 7th straight record high close, while for S&P 500 is the 6th straight record high closing, and S&P 500 closed across 56,600 for the first time ever. Remember, you have Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell, who stoked expectations for an interest rate cut in September. He actually spoke for a second day in the congressional testimony, and he said that he was not ready to conclude that inflation was moving sustainably down to 2%, although he did express some confidence of that. If you look at stock-specific action, what stocks were doing, you also have Micron technology that saw a jump of 4%. You have Nvidia that jumped 2.7%. Advanced Micro Devices also saw good gains. And Apple also climbed about 2% or so to a record high level. This actually lifted the stock market value to about $3.6 trillion. So you had a very good close, healthy close as such actually, Vinny, coming in for the US markets, with S&P, NASDAQ both ending above about percent, as well as Dow Jones also added to the gains.
Absolutely, but looking at the crude market also, what we saw coming in, the US stocks that are at the crude stock, when we saw that actually fell in terms of the barrels. 2 million barrels is what it's fallen by in terms of gasoline stocks that is existing in the US. And what we saw is this is much bigger than one was expecting. So because of that, what we're seeing is crude has seen a bit of an increase coming in even this morning. Brent crude oil trading about the $85 per barrel mark. WTI crude oil trading at $82 per barrel mark, slightly above that $82 per barrel mark. And also what we had was OPEC. They have maintained that demand that they are highlighting, that they see solid demand to continue, as well as the economic move that they are expecting in terms of the growth for oil. They see that strong economic growth is something that will continue to have higher demand. Because of that, the higher demand for Brent is what one may continue to see. So they have maintained this global oil demand that they see for 2024 as well as the next year is the key highlight coming in. So because of that, we're seeing Brent crude oil prices and sideway on a rise, 0.7% of uptick that one is watching out for. Let's look at gold prices. Now, gold has seen a bit of a decline this morning. Overnight, it was up by almost a few percentage point, or less than a percent point, but was seen on the upside. But this morning, quite flattish to slight bit of a decline that we're seeing coming in for the gold prices. Everyone's keeping an eye out on what the Fed decision is actually going to be in terms of rate cut, to take a decisive move for gold, and that's been the key commentary everyone is keeping an eye out on.
Absolutely.
If you like this video, then like, share and subscribe to ET Now.